unfortunate events. Netflix series, movie reaction. Season 1, Episode 1, movie reaction. My name's Carlos Buzzword and Channel. Today we're doing movie reactions, reacting to a series of unfortunate events. Netflix series, movie reaction. Season 1, Episode 1, movie reaction. A series of unfortunate events. Netflix series and a TV show based on the book series, a series of unfortunate events. And the short movie, which I already watched in another country, featuring Jim Carrey and many other actors in it. I didn't really like it, but sort of did. Meryl Streep was in it, and many other actors. I haven't read the book series, but hopefully I will. Can't promise you anything. It chronicles the lives of the Baudelaire children, Violet, Klaus, and Sunny, through various locations and locales. It basically means that the Baudelaires, Violet, Klaus, and Sunny, must work out whether the Baudelaires are morally good and distinct from the villains of the story, or whether their actions make them morally ambiguous as the so-called evil characters. The books have strong themes of moral relativism, according to research. It also shows them running from their adopted dad and guardian, Count and uncover the secret organization, VFD, that their parents, Lemony Snicket the author, and Count Olaf are a part of. Melina Wiseman is Violet Baudelaire, and Louis Hines is Klaus Baudelaire, and Neil Patrick Harris is Count Olaf. In the series, along with many other characters and actors in there, are many things I love about Season 1, Episode 1, and some stuff I don't like how Count Olaf and his henchmen make them do horrible hard chores they can't do, and makes their lives miserable. The other actors in a series of unfortunate events, Netflix series TV show, are Alison Lee, who plays Kit Snicket in a series of unfortunate events, Netflix series, and Lucy Punch, who plays Esme Gigi Genevieve's father. Now let's do the reaction, and I will tell you my overall thoughts for the video.
Oh look, I think you're Angela.
Look away, look away, look away, look away. Show me. This is a very good song. I've watched this show before. Anyway, let's get into it. I've watched it before, and it's about going to their house and many other things as well. And the part of the house mentioned on going on fire and many other things. We don't really set the fire. Yeah. All that.
you are interested in stories with happy endings, then you would be better off somewhere else. In the story, not only is there no happy ending, there is no happy beginning, and very few happy things in it. My name is Lemony Snicket. It is my solemn duty to bring to light the sorry history of the Baudelaire children as it happened so many years ago. But you in the audience have no such obligation, and I would advise all our viewers to turn away immediately and watch something more pleasant instead. The story will be dreadful melancholy and clowns. The word which here means dreadful and melancholy. That is because not very many happy things happened in the lives of the Baudelaires. Mild, Klaus and Sonny were intelligent children. Charming, resourceful, they had pleasant facial features. They were extremely intelligent. Most everything that happened to them.
By the way, dreadful and melancholy means very scary and sad, I guess. Very, very terrible and sad. And they were lucky children, but they had misfortune in their lives. That's true.
Was right, misfortune, misery, and despair. Sorry to tell you this. But that's how the story goes.
Meat, please.
Baudelaire family lived in an enormous mansion in the heart of a dirty and busy city. One day, the parents rather unexpectedly asked their children to take a rickety trolley along to the seashore.
I wonder why mom and father didn't want to come with us. Maybe they don't like this rickety trolley.
Rickety is a word here which means unsteady or likely to collapse at any moment.
Hey kids, aren't you going to the Festive Fun Fair with all the jolly rides and games and snacks? Festive means fun.
We know what festive means. Thank you, but it's a perfect morning to go to the beach.
It's very important.
So it makes it perfect.
Suit yourself.
The briny beach was hot and sunny, the seashore was crowded with tourists, and it was impossible to find a good place to lay hands on.
Sure.
In grand cloudy days, the Baudelaires had the beach more or less to themselves, so they could work together on their projects and experiments.
Are you ready? Let's get to work. I think this will be as good as the mailbox.
I think this will be even better than mailbox.
Violet Baudelaire was the eldest Baudelaire child. She was 14 years old, quite handy, had a real knack for inventing and building unusual devices.
She was an inventor. Violet was the inventor, Klaus was the reader, and Sonny was the bottom. So they all had their own skills and talents.
No problem with the grandfather book.
Can you show me the specific shape?
See, it toasts the bread, but the minute hand falls behind 5 minutes.
It could be a problem with the gears.
That'd be disappointing. I made them myself.
Violet Baudelaire had a hair like that. It was a sure sign of Pulley's levers and gears for inventing modern baroque.
Of course, she was inventing something in her mind. She was thinking about something.
Working at top speed.
Plus, at what angle would the prevailing currents? The angle of the prevailing currents.
Klaus Baudelaire was the middle child in every family. He was a little older than 12 and wore glasses, which made him look intelligent.
Of course, we still need the right projectile.
It wasn't time.
He was very wise. And Violet was the age of one of my, the same age as one of my sisters. And the other sister as well.
Violet, I'm not sure I understand what this passage proves. Can I answer me?
Happiness is beneficial for the body, but it is grief that develops the powers of the mind.
It could be the translation.
Maybe it makes more sense in the original French.
Sonny, do we have the right projectile?
Sonny Baudelaire was an infant, a word which here means a person at the age at which one mostly speaks in a series of unintelligible shrieks, so most people have trouble understanding what she says.
She talks baby talk.
Sonny lacked in communication skills.
She was a biter, and some of the things she says, you have to, throughout the whole show or whatever episode, you have to read the green captions for it anyway.
She made up for with the size and sharpness of her forte.
That's perfect, Teddy. Thank you. Excuse me, Doctor, why are you using your left hand? I'm curious to see if I can take the off the side of my left as I can with my right. I don't mean to criticize, but standard scientific method calls for students as matters. You should use your standard right hand. That seems reasonable.
I agree.
Klaus, what's that thing Einstein said? The most beautiful thing you can experience is mysterious. It is the source of natural art and science. And what's that thing James Brown said? I got something that makes me want to shout.
I've got something that tells me what it's all about.
I'm super bad. Worked. I never expected otherwise.
Yes, the invention worked. This would be a perfect time to leave and pretend the rest of the story is just as happy and successful.
Especially when I'm It's not like him to send us off on our own so unexpectedly.
Certainly, I wish I could go back and change the history of the Baudelaires at this very moment, rather than the descent into misery, tribulation, and dire inconvenience which will occur.
He's the incompetent moron, Mr. Poe from the bank. Competent moron, this guy. Don't like him.
You don't see
Competent moron, this guy. I don't like him.
I'm scary because of all the mess. Mr. Poe from the bank? What's he doing here? How do you do? How do you do?
Fine, thank you.
Nice day.
It is a nice day. I have some very bad news for you children. Your parents have perished in a terrible fire. They perished in a fire that destroyed your entire home. I'm very, very sorry to have to tell you this. My dears. Perish means killed.
We know what perish means.
Perish doesn't mean killed, and they died in a terrible fire. They must have died. We don't know who caused the fire. Put in the camera off.
I've spent months. All my associates and I have managed to learn is that neither the official fire department nor the volunteer fire department arrived in time to stop the blaze. Within moments, the entire Baudelaire mansion was engulfed. It is useless for me to describe to you how terrible our
By the way, that's what VFD means, volunteer fire
house
department.
and site felt in the time that followed. If you have ever lost somebody very important to you, then you already know.
I've lost my two grandparents, my two grandpas. So I know how
How it feels, and if you have,
I know how they feel.
you cannot possibly imagine.
Absolute morons. Absolute incompetent morons, these people. But I love the three characters there. Favorite characters.
It's a raven.
It's a crow.
It's a raven.
It's a crow.
It's chicken, boiled chicken. And we have boiled potatoes and blanched string.
Where's Flower Street?
It means boiled.
Yes.
I hate this woman. She's an incompetent moron as well. Complete bullshit. I ain't curious. That nonsense backside. Nonsense backside. Nonsense backside rubbish business. From the island of nonsense from Kiribati. Backside rubbish business nonsense.
Dear Melanie. So,
No, my darling, Albert is right. Nobody has to boil theirs. But honey, look.
dearest, maybe not.
But I thought I would cheer them up a little, Gloomy Gusses. I had my star reporter write an article for the front page so that everyone will know your home was destroyed and your orphans now. The front page. Some people wait a lifetime for that. And darling, look, you're mentioned too.
Generosity shown by a prominent member of the banking community.
If your boss is at the bank feeder, it may spell Promotion.
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 No, that's not how you spell promotion.
That's not how you spell it. It's PROMOTION.
P-R-O-M.
P-R-R. Honey, P-R-R. Listen to what I'm saying before you start speaking. P-R-O.
Feel very hungry. Maybe go to our rooms.
Rooms. Good night, Edgar.
Good night, Albert.
Good night, Albert.
Good night, Albert. And good night, guests. You must feel terrible. And you must miss your parents very much.
Oh, she really makes me very stressed.
You do what? Say it.
That's gonna be
I feel terrible.
that's gonna be false news again. Fake news.
Thanks very much.
That's gonna make a
She makes false newspapers. She makes false information. She gets it all wrong.
wonderful
Good night, Borderlands. Remember, our home is your home.
But don't touch me.
And I reckon the children are gonna start getting ignored too. They're gonna ignore them. False information.
I'm going to take you to your new home.
False information again. Total nonsense. That's why I wouldn't read those pages.
You must be nervous about the garden. I remember how I was when I was your age.
We're all different ages.
Unless you think that at least a fraction of your unhappiness will turn to excitement when you meet this man. You know, he's certainly very eager to meet you, and he's employed as an actor, so you know his excitement is genuine. His name is Count Olaf.
We've never heard of him.
He's either that simple, third cousin, fourth time removed, or your fourth cousin three times removed. In any case, he's removed. Still, he's only 3 miles away, and your parents' will was very specific about you being raised by your closest living relative.
Does he only think that's the closest living relative is? Mr. Poe, if he lives so close by, why didn't our parents ever invite him over?
Possibly because he was very busy. As a banker, I'm often very busy myself, which is why his guardian drop-off is going to be a bit hasty. Hasty means quickly because I'm doing the bank soon.
We know what hasty means.
It doesn't mean quickly.
Hello there, salutations, shalom. You must be the Baudelaire children.
Yes, I'm Violet Bowler, and my brother Cosmos and my sister Sunny. And this is Mr. Poe. He's been arranging things for us.
Mortuary money management. My name and title are on the card, although I may be in line for promotion, so that might change.
Oh, well, I am Justice Strauss of the High Court. Forgive my not shaking your hand, but as you can see, I am a mountain of parcels. I just bought a new toolkit because my food processor broke, although I don't know who else would I'm kidding. Because I have no inventive or mechanical skills whatsoever. And I treat myself to new file cards for my private library. And frankly, I don't have any cute literary sense. And then, to top it all off, I forgot to buy a new bread knife. It means I have no possible way of cutting up this baguette into bite-sized pieces, which is really unfortunate because I was going to take the bread that was cut up with the white bean hummus.
This is more than happy to be of assistance to Sister Strauss. My sister is very mechanically minded, and I'm quite adept at library science. What my sister means is her teeth are perfect for slicing bread.
Wonderful. How lucky am I to have such unusual children in my life?
Or you can Olive's wife.
What? Oh, no. Goodness me, no. I don't even know that.
She's the neighbor. That's what she is. We will soon find out what happens. A lot of things happen in this movie. Or should I say show?
He's just my neighbor. His house is over.
It is.
Oh, it's done.
Hello, children. I am Count Olaf, a renowned actor.
He's their adopted dad and guardian. Evil dad. And he's got a tattoo of an eye on his ankle. Which means he's part of an organisation. Still haven't found out which one. What's spoil it for you?
And your new guardian. I realize it's not as fancy as the Baudelaire mansion, but perhaps children.
Which makes me wonder whether he was the one that set the fire. He's on the wrong side or something. Still wondering.
With a bit of your money, we'll be able to fix it up. Make it nicer.
A couple.
Do I need to sign for them or something? And better.
The dreadful villainy of this file has haunted me since I first met her as a young man. Every night, I continue my work on the Baudelaire case. I find myself weeping, thinking of
So he's Manuel, part of the same organisation. Can't believe he knows it.
this utter wickedness and severe lack of theatrical talent.
You know what this is?
It looks like a list.
Wrong! It's a list. A list of chores. Rich brats like you are probably spoiled rotten and have never done a chore in your life.
Actually, we often help around the house.
Really? Did you help around the house? That's great.
Well,
Help around the house, yeah.
welcome to your lucky life.
Sign of a wicked person. This is on a wicked person. How about our parents put us here? It's just a mistake.
It was a mistake, yeah.
It'll get sorted out. Until then, make this our home.
Make this the adopted dad's house. The adopted dad got.
Mother used to say home is where you hang your hat. We don't have any hats. Just rocks. Cuz, have you read any books on people who make homes in difficult places? There's a village in the Pacific Islands. It's found around wolves of an active volcano. How do they manage? They live very little in case of rocks. And we're already one step ahead.
I haven't read that book on the Pacific Islands yet, but when I do, I'll know that they survived without anything. Different country I would have expected.
And we own nothing. If they can survive that, we can survive from all.
Showtime. Remember, if you work extra hard, you get to go to the ball. Rude, which is an grinder. Hang on to your toothbrushes. You'll need them for your teeth. Stay here. Not a peep. You're a little old for a Girl Scout.
I'm Justice Strauss.
Doesn't ring a bell.
I'm your neighbor. I live across the street.
You've done something different to your hair.
May I come in?
Is this about the children? I apologize.
Yeah, she is Justice Strauss. That's what character did.
Nothing nice. I told them to cry using their inside voices.
What? I just thought I'd stop by and see how they're doing. I know it's a little soon, but I'm about to become very busy with a difficult case in high court. I'm not supposed to talk about it. I can tell you that it involved an illegal use of someone's credit card and a poisonous plant. I made them this lamb.
How many of them?
I don't want to seem like a lonely woman who's girlfriend best friend lives with someone else's children.
You do have that aura.
Perhaps if I just pop in for a quick hello.
Now is not a good time. They're in one of their moods.
They seem so sweet.
Do you have children, Justice Strauss?
Me? Oh, no. No, I always hoped I would, but I'm married to the law, and you can't very well have book babies. Now, can you?
Well, you dodged a bullet. Let me tell you, those children are monsters. I open my home to them, and all they do is complain. The bathroom is filthy. The rat is noisy. The bed is cramped. I think living in a mansion has spoiled them.
Well, they did just lose their... Did you say bed?
I meant bed as in more than one bed, obviously. The plural of bed is bed.
Now I will go on. At least keep on I am. I made my own mint jelly, and please just ask them if they'd like to see me.
Fine. But wait here for your own safety. They tend to throw things. You missed a spot.
He's such an angel.
They don't want to see you.
Are you sure? What did they say?
The lamb was too salty.
Fresh ribs. See.
Only Justice Strauss has been able to get past Cantor. If only she'd seen the children in horrible circumstances. If only this world weren't such a wicked and topsy-turvy place. The story might have turned out differently.
I never want to use a toothbrush again.
Why aren't you cleaning? My list was very specific.
You finished it.
You didn't.
You didn't wash your underwear.
You missed one. You still have to prepare a large meal for myself and my theater troupe.
You don't know how to prepare a large dinner.
Plan the menu, purchase the ingredients, prepare the food, set the table, serve dinner, clean up afterward, and stay out of our way.
How can you purchase anything? You don't have any money.
Do you know what that is?
It's a little greasy.
Money. Hard-earned money. The most important substance on earth, besides applause and lip balm. Since the bossy banker won't let us use any of your parents' enormous fortune,
He has to call up his own earnings. I say, he's still a bad person, but I still like he's free. Of course, I haven't changed on that. Tell you more stuff when we link to this episode in the description, so I don't get a copyright.
broad stroke.
And now forced to cough up my own earnings from theatrical performances and the occasional bit of consulting work. Now, quick, get a move on. The troupe will be here at 7, and in the meantime, I will be up in... Can you guess?
Your secret tower room?
Wrong! My secret tower room, which you are forbidden to go into. Understood? Forbidden!
Forbidden.
That's... yes!
How are we supposed to have dinner for an entire theater troupe? Start with the recipe. Do you think Just Distress's library has any cookbooks?
The world is a topsy-turvy place like you said before. There is lots of more information. Topsy-turvy place like you said before, and there's lots of misinformation in this movie, in this show. There's misinformation, bullshit, interference. We read he has a book in the library about Medusa and Mycelium, I guess. That's the later part. I don't want to spoil it for you.
I suppose it's not as nice as the libraries you're used to, but
It's marvelous. It's wonderful.
do you really think so?
Yeah. That means she likes it.
Well, I'm so glad. The cookbooks are over there in section G, and right here is my favorite table for serious research. Do you have a paper and pencil to take notes?
Always.
What's that?
Something my parents have.
What is it?
I don't know.
Something classical there is ringing a very faint bell. A library is like an island in a vast sea of ignorance. Don't you agree?
I do. Particularly if the library is tall and the surrounding area has been flooded.
That's a very good point.
These books look promising.
Class, help your sister. Let me see what I can find here.
I think I found something. Pasta puttanesca. I wonder what that means in Italian. All we have to do is saute garlics and onions in a pot and then add olives, capers, anchovies, diced parsley, and tomatoes to simmer. We still have the pasta. I saw a pasta machine in Tottenham's kitchen. It looked broken, but I think I can fix it. Just distress. Here. Is there a supermarket nearby?
Oh, no. But there is a local open air gin distillery.
Thanks again for taking us. I don't know what we would have done.
Wine and gin distillery probably is what they're talking about.
Do you know it was part of town?
Done without you.
Oh, you're resourceful children. I dare say you would have thought of something. I think it's nice that you're cooking dinner for Count Olaf and your new theatrical family. I agree.
Of course they are, but they're still horrible henchmen and all that. Very horrible, to be honest. Very horrible.
Things are becoming an actress, you know? An actress.
Famously said, to invite people to dine with us is to make ourselves responsible for their well-being as long as they are under our roofs. He was an 18th century philosopher, Gourmand, and he's referred
18th century philosopher. That's basically 300 years ago. Three
to
centuries.
children with very little catering experience. Nevertheless, the Baudelaire often snapped into action.
Pasta maker reminds me of the one book that Thomas Jefferson. Good work. Well, now. I wonder if the college troupe will enjoy this meal. Mother said the actors will eat anything. I've seen it before. Would you call it actress? They're all as talented as Count Olaf.
While they waited for the pasta to boil, Violet sauteed the garlic and washed and chopped the anchovies. Pop spilled the tomatoes and pitted the olives, and Sunny banged out a pot with a wooden spoon singing a rather repetitive song she had written herself. By the time it was time for the youngest photo to chop the parsley with her teeth, all three children felt less miserable than they had since they first came to Camp Noma.
I think Dad would be proud of the sauce. And I think Mom would be proud of our major pasta. Maybe we can make this our home after all. Remember what Father said when he wrote the quesadillas? Yeah. Better than nothing.
There's a lot of things in life that are better than nothing. There's like a lot of things in life. Can't actually remember what, but there's a lot of things in life that are better than nothing. Way many things in life that are better than nothing. Anyway, yeah. Way many things in life that are way better than nothing. Some things that aren't better than nothing, and there's some things that are better than nothing. We all have one life, we all have this and that. Get where they're coming from, support them fully, you know. I watched the movie billions of times already. I know what happens. Let's spoil it for you.
At times like these, surrounded by colleagues and cohorts, gathered in fellowship for the purpose of plotting theater, there's an eternal question that always springs to mind. When are we going to eat?
Dinner is served.
It smells delicious.
As I was saying before the help interrupted, there is no I in action. No selfish urges, no arrogance, no ego, no vanity, no dangerous overabundance of inflated self-regard. There is only what the French call a certain escargot. It is the first burst of applause when the curtain rises. Second burst of applause when the leading man glides out from the wings, faces his crowd, and recites the that's it. His solemnity. It is the thrill of the 14th mandatory standing ovation. I give and I give to my public, just as I give and I give to these orphans. But sometimes, and every actor does this, I ask myself, is it worth it? Is it really worth it to chase an enormous fortune?
Boss.
Where's the roast beef?
What?
He's so ungrateful. So ungrateful.
The roast beef.
We didn't make any roast beef. We made puttanesca sauce and homemade pasta.
What? No roast beef?
You didn't tell us you wanted roast beef.
Look at my guests. They can hardly touch this revolting foreign food.
He's gonna grab Sunny.
In agreeing to adopt you, I became your father. And as your father, I am not.
That is true. He's the adopted evil dad of the Baudelaires and the guardian of the Baudelaires.
Someone to be trifled with.
You can't go easy on children. I need to be talked about big elders.
All they did was slap together some discussion thoughts.
That's what happens with wealthy kids. Money is really a corrupting influence.
But let's not get carried away.
You're right.
We're leaving for rehearsals.
But the baby said it was chocolate pudding.
You children are to clean the table and wash the dishes,
He's on the ball.
and polish the silver, and rinse out all the wine bottles for recycling. And then you are to go straight to your beds.
You mean our bed? only provided us with one bed.
If you want another bed, tomorrow you may go into town and purchase one.
No, perfectly well, we haven't any money.
Of course you do. You 3 lucky orphans are inheriting an enormous fortune.
The money our parents left behind is not to be used until violently.
He slaps him. That's very bad, very terrible. Very terrible guy. It's like someone on earth. Like slapping people.
A roof over one's head is better than nothing.
That's what I was trying to say before. There are a lot of things that are out there better than nothing. A home-cooked meal, well cooked, is very better than nothing. Having a roof over one's head, having money is not better than nothing. Having fun, having all these things are better than nothing. Many other things as well, for sure.
And a place to sleep, even if the bed is very small and blanket damp with tears, is better than nothing.
I think that as well.
But being raised in a violent and sinister environment by a man more interested in one's fortune than comfort and well-being is not better than nothing. It is the Baudelaires who discover there are some things that in a long night of introspection cannot change.
She's gonna adopt him. And that's true about life. All the good people and the wise people and all the Christians out there, true and decent, noble people know it's time to volunteer. So we have to serve each other in life. Share the gospel. Get everyone to heaven. That's what that means. Pretty much.
I'm worried about the children.
Me too. They're in danger right now.
Parents are a lot. That's not really their parents. It's the biological parents of the mother. That's the biological parents, which we find out in the third, or should I say the 8th episode of this season, that they got tricked and hypnotized. They're actually the biological parents of their cousins and friends, the Quagmires.
We need to get to them.
We need to get out of here first.
It's that thing Einstein said.
There you go. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, watch my channel. Subscribe my channel, watch my videos, subscribe my channel,